Watching the tape.
Let's find out, we'll see. Don't shy away from it whatsoever. Instead, Kangkang's going to be going straight up through a ram. Now, he's alone when this is happening, and the fight is kicking off into mid.
They have not watched the tape.
Yeah.
Simon was not ready for that. He's just out in mid with the spike.
Donated, yet still the right click in the hands of Kangkang. He picks up the upgrade, but he's going to be cleaned up. This is what Team Liquid are good at. Comes down to that discipline. They've honed it, they've refined it. Still, openings could be found. It's a 2v3, and it's going to be a difficult one at that.
I mean, how on earth do you recover this spike? Chichu and Smoggy are going to have to take fights. At the same time, there's a bait and switch setup here as well. Kiko has been playing some incredible Valorant so far in EMEA kickoff, and if he fails, Camo's played in.
The micro plays that Team Liquid love to cook up on the fly are so good.
Last player standing.
What's really set them on that?
Kangkang went instantly up ramps and died. I mean, they died in mid.
Yeah. Some semblance of an idea, but Camo's going to be postured early off the angle. We all grouped up now, obviously. By the buy for them. Walls up. Camo a bit of spraying and praying. No reward though. Gets the info. TP to evacuate in case he needs it. There's going to be a flash into his face, just like the turn, but no. Still lines it up. It's going to be a Prowler to supplement it. Peeking out wide, but he's still going to play his life. And so, giving up the site, there'll be an open plant for EDG.
Spike planted.
We'll find out what I can do past this pointer here. Cheeky angle for Kangkang. Tucked up close and personal. That's trying to set up that as well, but the horn just reveals as well. Not quite anything to break it. Satchel, lay it down. Studs right behind them. That's an attempt by EDG just to try and bail out one of their star players. It's going to be an inevitable round at that. Team Liquid up to 2.
Now we get to see whether Team Liquid have got a new bonus round idea. They ran up.
Oh my god, barely getting a handle onto the horns. There's a pull to supplement, and this guy is being chased now. Chomping at a bit to try and get a piece of him, and meanwhile, Kangkang's cracking open the opposite side of the site. Chicho does isolate the fight with Chicho going down, but still Kangkang will not be stopped. It's relentless here in the opposing section of the map. He gets that plant down, cracks open the site for them.
If Camo had just played that a little slower instead of trying to go in through the smoke, Team Liquid would not have been in a bad spot. But now, player disadvantage, weaponry disadvantage, tough to convert a position like this. They're just looking to do damage to EDG. Having said that, Kiko just got the ult online.
Yeah, and that's also a critical kill of that. It's going to be catching mid-lurk, and already you can see it, the ult, the threat of it, already pushing out and pulling out some of that util. Kangkang tucked up top rafters, nobody swinging for this guy, and it's all into position.
Yeah, and that makes it does make it more difficult for Team Liquid to fight over this B area. And their comp is actually not very good when they're forced to play passive positions as they are currently. Liquid are going to want to try to take timings. They're going to want to try to push through smokes, contact in. It's EDG's job to control the pace of this game and then allow their overwhelming utility to come through good on the executes.
Deep Prowler used on the other section of A. Team Liquid just trying to clean up the unknowns across the map. There's only one player left to stand here. Kamek is going to be tested into this spot and position. He's got some help from on high. Kiko going to be joining him, and what a beautiful shot that is. Easily dismisses it, but EDG are not to be trifled with. They're going to be running them down up onto the site, and well, just walking straight into the sightlines. Nats makes a decent go of it. That is flicky. We need more than that at this point with EDG.
And one of the big reasons for that, as Camo goes to try to take a risk, is Camo's gate crash. It's got a 30-second expiry date on it. And once that's dissipated, you don't have the ability to reinforce the other side. So you want to try to get things going in the first 30 seconds, force EDG to make fast reactions rather than slow the pace down.
EDG can't quite find the options they were looking for, I guess, into mid, but with nobody picking off towards A, that's where they're setting their sights at the 50 seconds mark. It's important that you don't end up running the clock against yourselves.
And they have historically struggled on anti-ecos, but I don't see the resistance here.
No. Just one player's paddy with a shorty in hand. I mean, we've seen some ridiculous stuff with this gun, but don't think in this scenario it's going to be paying off too much, unless... No, not quite.
Shorty versus Outlaw.
Unless... I mean, Kangkang, does he expect it? Wait a second! How the hell is he getting away with that? He might as well the skin of his teeth.
This might have all distracted for Nats coming around on the flank, you know. No Sentinel.
Yeah.
Defense pushes like this, they've got to be watched, and Smoggy's got eyes.
Plan is down in the midst of all of this. But Smoggy, very aware. All avenues accounted for, apart from Kiko's actually done, what's that, 140 as well on top of that?
145 as well.
Oh my god. Yeah, Smuggy's dropped down. Damage definitely being done, but the time is ticking. Chances to win the round, dwindling still. This is sharp by Kiko, man. Doesn't matter, it's the eco. He's doing damage and more. Him and Kamek side by side. The rifle picked up, but won't be able to keep it into the next. EDG, keep two of their guns at least. It's not low in the hands, and he's got plenty of targets to choose from, especially when no one deals with that bloody eye on high. TP's back with a gate crash. Safer position. Can't quite dodge the flash in time. Ramp control going to be gained here for EDG, but the issue is what you do after that point.
Somebody's got to be in charge of breaking that haunt. Can't be allowing that. Paditech almost always plays A at the start of these rounds. It has to be something that EDG are aware of. Of course, you don't know where Camo is at this point. He could have easily teleported away and be set up on a different part of the map.
Yeah, it's a trouble. Dealing with the Euro. Pesky.
Toxins going up.
EDG actually have a free path all the way through mid if they wanted to go there.
Choose to take it. Double drop down into vents.
But it's not easy to hit B. You've lost B main control. Nats and Kamek are going to hold on to that till the ends of the earth.
Yeah, this is really quite struggling, I think, isn't it? Team Liquid primed and ready, I think, to dissuade and push back any sort of attempt onto the B site. And EDG, oh dear. I'm seeing melons, man. This is a time issue potentially occurring.
30 seconds left.
Made a bit of noise in cutting it just at the 30 seconds mark.
And they baited Kiko into B heaven, so now this A site is a little weaker.
It's Paddy that's going to be tested, challenged. A shot missed, going wide. Camo does have the dimensional drift. That's going to give him all the information he can work with, but Paddy cannot really help. He's not much longer. This was still stunned. Hits that. Trade in sight, kick off to the side. Plenty more targets where that came from. Simon has to stick that plant down so they get that extension, but it's a 2v4 at that. In through the corner, Kiko is taking names and ripping off heads at this point. Too much to overcome for Kang Kang. That's 3 in a round, man. They're taking it slow to begin with.
A fake teleport over towards B main. Should make Kamek a little scared that they've taken this control, but still pretty bold. Getting decent info for the rest of the team.
Control given up. Oh my, Chichu. Cheeky with a peek, but it's a head ripped clean off, and here's that showstopper. Earned up, primed and ready. He's going to be running out. What is that? That's unbelievable. Ludicrous stuff from Kong Kong. Pulling that one out. It's our opening game, man. You've got to hold some of it back still. Nats tucked up, ratty position at that, but he's traded nevertheless. And here's where the fight really kicks off. Straight through mid. There's going to be another kill found with Kamek. Can't quite find it. Camo off to the side as well, and he finds that stray shot. Slightest of angles to work with, and Simon is left alone. Back against the wall. 2 targets to deal with. Knows the rough positioning. Heads on a bloody swivel. And not enough.
The operator around, so Kiko's got it up here.
And this is a lot of presence. I mean, emphasis being placed by EDG up towards ramp, but that spam. Again, instinct at its core. Forced to really dash away from the fray.
Kamek re-clearing over towards B. This has got to end A.
I'll take it in that direction here. There's going to be Paranoia sweeping forwards up towards heaven as well. There's going to be a bit of safety around for EDG. Swift passage into the side as well. Even a plant that is possible for heaven here, but Team Liquid looking to try and take this one, and potentially with the flood. That's a flash around the corner. Kang Kang dropped single digits. 1 HP at that, but potentially all he needs.
They know where the danger player is.
Yeah.
They just don't have utility to be able to flush him out properly.
Players crowd onto the side. EDG, they win out that critical fight though, out towards elbow. Paddy gone. Maybe they can try and fight their way past. Time is ticking here. This operator in the hands of Kiko is really slowing them down to a degree as well. And now you're seeing it. The peak's coming out. Smoggy tries to take that fight, but surely the openings are done and dusted. Kiko just trying to save this operator, trying to keep it into the next. It's a round 1. The goal is damage for Team Liquid.
And I'd say they achieved their goal there. Everybody on EDG falling. The score up to 4 each. But EDG's economy is going to be in a EDG economy, keep it honest. And they're going for that fight over towards mid, same as their pistol round setup.
Where's that trade? I mean, Team Liquid, the discipline has been honed and refined over the course of their running kickoff. Not the same team for the opening games.
Paditech's going walkabouts over here as well. Chishu's super disciplined, holding a really, really passive spot. I think Chishu could even walk forwards a little here because you know that early round they were fighting mid.
This is the Team Liquid classic, isn't it? Eco round, pack mentality, try and group up and take these fights together with them. Still, it's that equivalent exchange when it comes to it, and Nats is just taking off heads.
This was the forced rifle that Nats went for, down to only 100 credits, had to make something happen with it, and now they've got themselves into an advantage spot.
Exactly.
2 rifles versus 2 rifles, and Patty's there just holding down A.
It trips up even the best of teams.
The timings that Team Liquid take and how proactive they are on the defense, you can see that EDG are set up to try to handle it.
And a call made by Team Liquid as well to give up map control, so making sure that they hold really far back. I mean, the battle line's being drawn all the way.
I'm not sure about this one, because if you allow Chishu to get into position where they can plant and pit, that is going to be tough.
Oh, Nats. Will he spot the head? Silhouette's waiting. It's a fight taken out through spawn, and the crosshair placement is immaculate. I mean, that's a round where, I mean, they're barely in. Kongkong's going to be happy with that. See if he can make a go over towards heaven. That's going to be Salvo's fault line. Everything going to be committed. Nats, you're in the danger zone, son. Plenty of targets, but he's going to be swarmed and overcome still. Bit of help maybe occurring. Paddy Tech is quick with it. Reinforcements have arrived. Steps forwards. Wants to take the fight straight to them. What a challenge from Kamik. And it's 2 taken away. EDG, but a bite from the round removed just as easily as that. The spike dropped down at their feet. EDG left reeling.
Another situation where Chishu could possibly get a pit down and maybe win things. He's going to pit at the same time as Smoggy plants. If there was anybody close, maybe that would be dangerous, but EDG have gotten away with it. Now can they win?
TP disengaged, backs himself away. The pit does allow Team Liquid options. At least get themselves into a site and position for the retake. Still difficult in itself to deal with. Prowler committed. Pawns alongside it. Sees. Dumping the util. Now it comes down to stray spam. Kill's going to be found as well with the highlights occurring. Chichu!
He's pushing up.
Yeah, 3 players with half armor. Meanwhile, mid-take by EDG. Bit of util with the salvos. Quick dash by Kongkong. It's going to be granted that space. Paddy's got a hell of a task. Have to be careful in this spot. Almost a 6th sense, I think, for the danger zone there, because he's already pushed his way back. G looking for a bit of a play.
Kiko has ult.
To be heaven, and here's that ult comes into effect. As you were saying, Fuse is going to be burning down just to cinders, and he's forced to just pre-aim it off into the corner. EDG an opening. Paddy falls. Still, that's a nade. It rebounds. Brings down nobody, straight to his knees. Mad dash now and a scramble up towards the A site. Potentially, they're calling for a bit of a pause here. 45 seconds left.
They can go for a pause, and Kankan might even realize that B Heaven is open.
Camo! He's right there, ready and waiting, and a dimensional drift as well to escape if he chooses to use it. He's going to be able to get that information. 35 seconds.
They're going B,
Where
but
are you
Kamik's
going?
there! Kamik's there!
Straight into mid. He might be able to find this one. It's an easy target, potentially yet. That's a spike on down into mid. Meanwhile, Chichu up through the guns, trying to find it up through heaven. This is chaos, this is anarchy. But EDG, they thrive in it. They were molded in it.
They know that Kamik's here.
And Kamik has got a lot to do as the playmaker. No way, man! Down to the 1v1. Yeah, they're going for the deep fight out towards screens with Simon falling. It's a critical kill at that. Nats as well. He's getting away with murder. Still alive, but surely should be falling. And yes, nobody hunts him down. Precision at its core.
The fight in heaven.
The big wraparound, yeah, and this is where it's really important. Damage being done to multitudes of players. Still surviving into the tail end of things here, but it's a 2v2. Camo is low. But not planted for them. That is a worldie of a shot. Camo with a wraparound, but now he's given up his position. Chichu half already. He's earned himself the outs. And shots are rattled, fired off. Camo TPing away. Chichu, he's sticking this one. It's down to the... Ordered that outlaw. Make it look like an operator even at the best of times. Here it is. Oh, attempt to try and push past that. Orb will be punished.
So much decay damage going on there.
Yeah. Chichu doesn't look like he suspects that there's that camo stuck to the side, but Camo's also not really expecting it whatsoever. The lurk up, anticipated, so clean, flawless. Many ways to describe it. Danger. That's going to be drone spotted. Fault line was ready. It was held, primed just for that. And they're going to pounce.
Is there a reaction from Team Liquid?
Maybe up towards mid still. Kang he's locked down the avenue. B main taken away. Team Liquid are going to be scrambling for options here.
One of the reasons that I think Jet is a great pick for Kang is because he can get the operator online more often, play on more conventional op angles for the Jet, and that's just so good against Team Liquid's contacty attack style.
Info gathered. Smoggy's willing to give them up a little bit of that space up towards A heaven. Some control from EDG. Out from spawn. Chichu. Get away. That Bulldog in hand, because they know that they're putting the squeeze onto these Team Liquid players. The emphasis is going to be placed onto them.
It's also uncomfortable, though, for Nobody and Smoggy to play on A. They've got no control anywhere.
30
and no
seconds
reinforcements.
Here's a challenge occurring out towards it. Now getting a bit of a run on and a bit of a move on. Nade at that. Rebounding towards the back. Nico finds it. Bulldog in hand. Nobody. Short work. Made of Camo up towards heaven. Snappy. Nico will attempt to make do with what he's given into the round, but it's absolute shreds. It's scraps. You've got 9 seconds left, and you are tiptoeing around the...
Not a normal pathing either.
Guns out for Smoggy, but it's a little bit too late for that. Beautiful shot. Takes him out.
Kamik's got to survive here.
Oh boy.
Okay, but now the spike. How is the spike going to cross?
That's what I mean. They've got to try and create openings here. Chichu can definitely suffocate them out of the side. They want to try and get themselves in. Drops it down. Sees avoided narrowly at that. Still Nats. Okay, I mean, the snake bite does the job.
30 seconds left.
Chichu into that uncomfortable position.
This is going to be another eco round win for Liquid.
25 seconds left, though. They do have to get a move on.
EDG are just struggling so much in these kind of situations.
Plan down.
Look at the positions. It's so difficult to retake this. You have no idea where Kiko is. And Camo at any point can go and get info with his ult.
Too much to clear, but Simon and Nobody. I've got util. I don't know how you use it. Sending out the salvos. Push players into unfortunate scenarios and positions potentially there with the aftershock in hand. Flash up and away. It's all dodged in time. Nats. Too clear. Hold his nerve.
That's not Durka.
The trigger finger, yet still slams the shot. And you're right, it's not Durka. No fakes occurring just yet, but we'll have to respect it with a dimensional drift. The hands of Camo clears his way. The site is paved to that plant. Kiko going to be earning himself to that now. He's one step closer to the showstopper. If he gets himself a kill, retake is going to be incredibly difficult. Camo going walkabouts up towards stairs. You just don't expect it, but these awkward timings is where Team Liquid thrive. EDG going to try and pick up the pieces now and forge something better out of the round into the middle of it, but there's smokes in their face up towards heaven, and Camo still causing all sorts of difficulty. Here's it, the rumble, the footsteps! My God, man! He's ripping them to pieces, and Kang, knives in hands. You have to do more than slice and dice. You need a bloody miracle, but maybe he's the man for the job. Could potentially do it. Time ticking, though, getting away from him, and Camo knows it. Play to the win cons, doesn't even give him the fair fight, and doesn't even let him save the... And this is Nobody's going to try and make a go of that one, but again, doubled up. A weaker buy of EDG, so they're going to take risks. And okay, Chichu, beacon, orb up. Doesn't choose to evacuate. Wants to press the advantage, potentially. Looks like he wanted to try and maybe go forwards. No, it's backs away now, and it's all quiet by Team Liquid. Slow and steady. It's the game plan, and has been, essentially. Almost their entire run in kickoff.
Yeah, and look at what they've done again. They found the same lurk timing here, where they get two players. Instead of going and following the Viper wall up ramp, they're making an adjustment for this match where they take the lurk into the site. They're recognizing that EDG are not running a hard anchor. There's no, Cypher or whatever that's anchoring over here towards elbow.
Yeah, he is very alone going for this play.
You are divided!
There's the plan going down. Cosmic Divide in their face. He could do a lot from this spot, but he's got to deal and contest with these players off into the flank, and Kiko's just so hard to root out this guy. Ingrains himself towards main as well. He's going to be that backup policy with the ultimate in the back of his hands, but there's bodies and backs facing towards him. Kang up and around, and still flicking, but Kiko, man! What is that? An explosive opening. Kang with 3, down to that 1v1, and still, again, the time is going to be ticking and potentially getting away from him. He needs to find a player with Kamik. Oh, Camo's just been spotted. Pinged out. Salmon away. Salmon's got to be careful of this particular spot here. I mean, it was called out by his teammate, yet still Camo gets the kill. How is he handling this? How is he doing this?
That's rough. He should be stepping back in that spot.
TP forwards. This is so damn fast. This is so damn fast. And no one's expecting Chichu, man. Caution to the wind at this point. Both of these teams are taking chunks out of each other.
It's going to be so difficult for Team Liquid to get this spike back. They don't have, an ult for Camo, for example, that would make this much more doable.
Go and walk in. Camo's found Kang.
It's the contact plays. Camo just finds the right timing and wins the duel whenever he walks into someone.
And it's added just so many absurdities into the rounds. Nobody Finding Kamik, Camo up onto the ropes, but... Teho, nightmare to deal with. Similar take. Kang was ready for the jump spot last time. We'll see if he can do it once more. Star, recalled, players spotted, but that dash is going to be fading. There's no way you are committing. Flash connects. Is the barrel poking out? Will he be betrayed by it? What kind of targets is he working with here? TP into the back of the side. My God, this is all over the place. What is going on? What is going on, man? Kanga's not ready for it whatsoever. I mean, Camo was on an island.
Well, Camo also didn't realize that the operator was pushed up that close until he took the shot. There was a prowler that left everything out there. Nats hunted, taken down. They've been good at removing this A-lurk, but the retake can't come through as quickly as in previous rounds. So now another opportunity for Kiko to go walkabouts in the post plant.
Yeah, okay. The time has been ticking as well. This plant was down. Rapid at that. Kiko is a whole line missing. Still Simon's there with a trade. Crouched up in place. Needs to do a bit more. Heaven though, not watched for. And Paddy, he's perfect onto these angles. Once more, Camo. Just absolutely. Through mid towards A, where a lot of the bodies are stacked up from EDG.
But the weaponry is terrible.
Yeah. Haunt, fake TP.
There's a massive trap here.
Oh boy. Yeah, there's tension in the air here. Kang, what an adjustment.
No mouse problems now.
Nope. Swiftly deals with that one. Fault line's going to be Howard. Simon, your body's sticking out, man. Oh my goodness, almost punished for it. Plays to be made. Team Liquid are going to be fast onto this one here, but that's going to be Rolling Thunder, committed, TP, evacuation, salvo at that, but Camo, he's deep into their spawn as players, and kills occurring all over the bloody place.
That's a crazy play from Camo. It's left it down to nobody, with no hope in hell. Camo teleported forwards through the breach ultimate and got a triple kill, delivering disaster to EDG, who committed multiple ultimates to this round. Goodbye Viper's Pit, goodbye Rolling Thunder, and you're about to be going into a rifle round. I mean, what is the decision there?
Nightmare scenario for EDG. As you said, you're going into the rifle round, you don't have the ults to work with. 11 to 11. Forced to reveal his hand. On top of that with a dash. Push back and away.
Camo looked like he wanted to go aggressive there, but he has to go back, plant the spike first.
On site, other than Camo. Liquid trying to make a go of things. Is it going to be a showstopper? Committed, just spotting that player out, Chichu. No more. Could be a playmaker into the round. Not for much longer here. There's chaos occurring at the same time. Kamik is on the other side of the bloody map. Armageddon trying to get a move on. Calling for the pause. Kills to be occurring. I mean, that's just a peek through, and Kang just, he can't hit the shot.
There's no way.
Kamik's from behind.
Oh, the awareness.
Ticking, yeah, he's got that awareness because these guys are just rats in the walls at this point. Liquid, they're everywhere. Defuse occurring. Smoggy's got the smoke to obfuscate.
They missed! They missed!
Smoggy! Oh my!
They've still got a terrible buy, by the way. Bulldog, Spectre, EDG are working with scraps.
Yeah, I mean, money does not come into the equation, I think. The amount of thrifties we're seeing, at least from Team Liquid side of things, but EDG are working with scraps. Looking to get it done. They want to try and prevent this one from going to OT.
Cutting through.
Once more, Camo. He's been cheeky with his TP plays. This one, it's going to be spotted potentially. There's no way, Smoggy. There's no way. Flashed up, revealed. TP to evacuate. Camo straight in there on top of it. A bit of spam might just not go amiss here. I mean, nobody's trying to play up close and personal. Cuts it up onto the angle.
Can he get one in this spot?
Smoggy hard committed. We're running wide and dropping down. Chichu's lucky to get away with even that. It's an open side for Team Liquid. Cracked it open wide. And Chichu and Kang have got to do it all. Dash still available here for Kang. Not even choosing to proc it. This guy walking out, but he's missed it. Oh, no way. He's just missed the corner. Trade there. It's instantaneous. But Chichu's only on 8 health, man. What can you do in this spot? And he doesn't want to know where any of these players are. 12 to side. Kang attack side operator. Now we avoided a prowler, but still hits the flick. There's a trade in sight though as Paddy turns the favor.
That was so sneaky from Nats.
Putting his way right into there, still into the site. These players are going to try and push this one back. EDG.
Look at him looking for the lurk.
Into the corner, yeah.
Team Liquid are so heavy looking for the lurk.
So convinced, I think, that it's even occurring as well. But EDG's post plant is not the best. No players playing towards main or even off site. You've got to try and carve out the path to success here and now. Out to the side and wide as Chichu picks up that two-piece once more. And Smoggy for the reposition. Kills flooding in. Up to 13. A one round.
He's got the operator, but he's swapped it around. So instead of holding B main, he's now over towards ramp, looking for Nats. And EDG going for a rare fight towards mid. Although now they give it up.
Snakebite layer down, but this
Smoggy's
is all
in.
just avoided. It's an off angle by Smoggy.
He dodged the Prowler. What an immense play.
It's created an opening. It's all about making sure that you can not bleed away too many more players at this point here. The salvos are good, but there's a pocket to play in. Nobody not aware of that fact. Still, Horn a little bit too deep. Smoggy still alive, still kicking. Spam is the name of the game. Shadowtech just trying to draw attention, I think, to the Heaven players to lurk their way up themselves. It's all contact plays here from Liquid. That's the name of the game. It's the philosophy. Got them this far. Might just drag them. Another section of OT. See though, 4 versus 4, and it's all calm until it's not. Players not watched for, down and towards hell, but up on towards heaven, and the trade in sight. Kills exchanged. Spike is dropped down into the middle of nowhere.
They lost the spike on top of rafters.
Up onto heaven, and Kang there's a prime opportunity.
This opening.
Right past the pull, flash in through the back. There's a nade up from heaven. It's going to be preventing the walkout.
They are
And
flooded.
Nico, he's right in there. Yep, flood attempt. Caught for Team Liquid. They sense it, they smell it, there's blood in the water, and as these players line up, the damage is done and more. Nobody makes a good go of it. 2 brought down, but eventually he will fall. And this is
She's going hunting for Paddy Tech.
walking around here. Oh my. Dash has to be expended just to try and get the hell out of there. Kills found at least. How the hell has Chichu got his way through there?
Yeah, he just walked through the smoke.
He's found that timing indeed. Kang!
What's that?
Here he is.
He's gone
Time
for
to show
another.
up and try to shut them up. Finding a multitude of kills. There might be more where that came from, but the counter spam goes both ways, son. Nats sends it flying straight back. Head spotted. Simon giving a slight haircut straight through the box there, but with Nats as low as he is. 2 versus 3. Limited in terms of chances, but you never know. Flash forwards, Kiko still lurking, contacting, another flash as well, and a peek forwards, almost with a reset of the aim. Chichu! An easy access at that. Nats, what is his timing? You're seeking to take. It's a flash and a flood, an attempt and a play, but EDG are 1 step ahead. Players to the game plan. Kiko not slowing down though. Kamek out wide onto heaven once more. He's looking for bodies. He's hoping that EDG will just open themselves up. Kiko sailing sky high. Brought down like he to be alive. There's damage done through the wall, but Chichu dropped down into mid.
Nobody!
Nobody!
Was that spam?
That
What was
is
that?
spam or something, I'm not too sure.
Is that because Nats didn't commit his wall?
And that's a spike drop down into the laps of these EDG players. This is it, surely. Hard to fumble from this point, but Team Liquid will look to dig deep. And again, back to old reliable, walking around, casual jaunts around the map, contact plays, creeping and crawling.
Simon's watching.
And Simon says, you might not pass this one. As a horn up into his face, and still Kiko, he just deals with it. Takes that guy out. Can with the operator will have to just back himself away. They've got to know where these players are, but still Kamek, no way. Kamek, a body. What is going on? Listen here for Team Liquid. Run up through mid, a bit of presence shown for that one here. Team Liquid have given up a lot of space over towards the map.
Gate crash being thrown from Camo. This one's his second. Did not land where he wanted it to. That's not going to allow him the safety.
Team Liquid are offering up full mid control. No one
Yeah.
holding to contest A ramp as well when that wall goes up, so there's a lot of unknowns for Team Liquid right now.
They had a hard read that this was going to be B. They stacked 3 players on B for the defense, and they also had Camo's gate crash over there at the start. And honestly, the read is good. I mean, look at it.
They got players in position. But a sour end to the round here for EDG, and that's a dash active, and that's going to be the go button. Signaled. Kang moves forward, steps forward. Kiko dropped, and this guy has been a thorn into their sides, and that's taken care of. At this point, we've seen some miracle rounds from Team Liquid, but I think it's a hard ask for Camo and Paddy. Still going to make a go of it. You have to at the end of the day. Paddy.
One enemy remains.
His way around though, but that's a bullet to the side of the head. And he's dropped dead. Chichu. Cold with it. Up to 16 for EDG. Spam.
They're hoping, Team Liquid are hoping that EDG walk down mid right now. Off the A ramp pressure.
Going up towards ramp though, Kang. Hold up. Plays in his face and a shorty at that. My God, Camo just turned him into mincemeat down towards the vents and a peek out wide. Chichu, if you got a little bit more, maybe, potentially. Can't quite get the third, but Smoggy by his side. Nats slices and cuts him up, and Simon, there was damage done. Weak as anything, Swift Breeze will bring him down, but a bullet does the job nevertheless. This is down to 2. Team Liquid, not to be denied, to drag it out just that bit much further.
So difficult for nobody. He has utterly no idea where these Team Liquid players are. They could be in any part of the map right now, apart from where he's recently cleared. Could he find a possible timing? Maybe if he'd continue through vents, but it's looking unlikely now. Nobody was an absolute star for EDG in the grand finals of China. He took that game and he decided to win it for them. If he could pull out a 1v2 here to take split, at this point it looks like it's going to take an enormous play, a miracle from one of the teams to put the other to bed. And it's Kamek and Nat's job to hold on.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I know Pearl's an unfavorable map for both teams, but neither of them wants to play it at this point.
They decided not to give the plant to Nats there, who would have had Pit.
I think Dan goes to show, I think, that getting a bit flustered.
Well, at the same time, you don't want to get timinged by nobody. The chances of nobody winning a 1v2 in this spot, it arguably might even go up if there's a Pit.
Gives him ins and possibilities to get himself into the fight. That's bullets rattled and away. Back behind screens, and nobody does need a miracle at this point. Stunned, rattled and away, 1 kill found. Needs that second one, but he's really just going to be guessing. Nats holds it down, out towards.
Trying to react, but they're not taking the bait.
Flash forwards on a drone, clears his way into vents. Kong, no intention though of holding and taking that space. It's just a threat of it, but Team Liquid are giving this one up anyway.
Remember last time, even despite Team Liquid having a stack on B, EDG came up with the goods because they forgot about B Heaven. Nats was so focused on the pop coming out through B main, they didn't think of Heaven, and Kang is that lurker that could backstab.
Oh, this is going to get messy.
What an entry!
My God, nobody somehow finds that one. This is going to be it. Salvo's in the fault line, cuts it up, and dissects the site. Chances and opportunities, but Nats is still alive, but with the paranoia in your face, how much longer will you be kicking? They can't remove this guy. It's a thorn in their side and more. Buying time and space for his team to get back in. Util expended, out through the smokes. The feed is filled with red and we missed all of it. No shade to the observers, man. This is a mess, man. It's just absurd, and there's already flashes into the face of Kang. Push back, forced to respect the Chichu sees. That connects into the corner. Needs some help, needs some bailout. Camo, instant with the trade. Chichu lucky just to get the one. Putting a squeeze now onto him. Kang's hot on the heels, and he does eat him up. Camo not long for the world, not long for the round. EDG. Is this it? Could this be the impetus? Just spotting barest of heads. Simon whips it around and it leaves it all down to Kamek.
That kill there has got to be the death blow. Simon having the awareness to swing round and take down the star of Team Liquid. He doesn't even get the plant, Kamek.
Boy.
He misses another 4 seconds. And the ambush is going to start to close in here. He has got to come up with a miracle.
Anchor smoke opted in for. Just try and push them back. 1 star left remaining, and he needs to isolate these fights and more, but EDG are not going to give him those openings. There's discipline at its core, paranoia flushing him out wide. He's lucky that he didn't fall in the first time. Kang finally puts an end to it and puts him to rest and puts the map under their belt. Split goes their way.
Putted Nats into position and then teleported back.
Does a good job, I think, just getting rid of the drone. Nats is going to be...
This is a weird pathing, actually.
Yes,
because you've got to expect the wall to be here. It's the most standard position for it. So he's giving it away and now deciding to go all the way around. What's he up to?
Yep, up top, onto the high ground. Paddy, not enough bullets in the chamber to really do the job. Give him the business. Still, Kiko through the back of the site. Ghost in hand.
And now they're going to make the pivot. This is a right call from EDG. The wall got triggered over towards A main. You don't have A main control. You don't have a good entry into the site. It's time to call it quits and go back over to B. Yeah. Team Liquid have got themselves a nice advantage here, though, even though they're going to be playing retake.
See what EDG opting for. Let's plant out. It's a weird spot at that.
Spike planted.
A few positions to play from, but What risks are going to be taken? Oh my, jump spot almost punished, not quite, backing away into halls now, and everybody retreating. Ingrained positions here for the EDG players. We're going to see if they can do some damage and rip off a few heads, but it's all Team Liquid so far. Get them a move on. This is a rapid play at that. Plenty of bodies ready to meet them, but Chichu he's got to do a bit more with that, and he's dropped down to just 10 HP. Surely too much for him to overcome, and that's bullets all it takes just from the Ghost himself. So that's going to be pistol round here for Team Liquid.
And showcasing that they're pretty comfortable with...
Ski by Camo, man. Listen, not an eco, but or at least against the eco. Don't want to give away the gun too early. Just gets the kill and gets himself out. Bit of pressure now over towards A.
Take a look at Nobody, wandering his way down B long. I think you'll see this a lot from this guy. Not a conventional way of playing the Tejo, but he loves going for these kind of attack side lurks, no matter what initiator he's playing. But he gets collected this time by Paditek. That's the kind of play that I think gives you a little bit of information as the IGL for how much you can get away with in the future.
Kang was hard inserted there just at the beginning of the round, I think. Hoping that Team Liquid potentially rotate off. They're making their way over towards B. Flash gets the acknowledgement, so Paddy now knows he's going to be facing all sorts of these players, but backs himself away after just receiving the one he's low up.
Just wants to play his life in this spot.
Yeah.
Play for the reinforcements.
Make it awkward. If he can deny the plan as well, it'll be good, and he does do just that.
The big A main fight.
Yeah, you're going to see this fight taking place. Guns in hand, Team Liquid. Going to try and save the day themselves, but Camo just saves his own life in the process. Backs himself out. Barely alive on 17 health. Gives up the A side for EDG here, but it's 3 versus 3.
Team Liquid will be fairly happy with that clash. I mean, they were the ones with a bit worse weaponry.
Going for exploring.
A lot of it came down to Patty there. Had to win that fight, I think, and keep some art control.
Sees up and over the top here. Simon potentially looking to reposition off of it. He's worried though. Potentially worried about main. I think he might have just heard that one. Yeah, the TP. So he's got his eyes trained onto the spot. Camo almost winning that one out, but with one left, standing Headhunter in hand for creeping up onto the angles. Similar play. Camo can try and afford this one, but Camo can't afford to be losing his life. Not in that spot. And now a rapid go around. Thorns are going to be popped off Paddy. There's pressure on him. It's going to be tested, but oh my, no one watching for that potential option. Off to the side is a steel guard and let loose. Makes his way across into the side and a shorty into the hands of Paddy. Tries to earn himself that upgrade. Not that it would have been much help in the end. Still trying to maintain control and shut them down in through lane. Team Liquid.
The same idea again here for Liquid. This time Nats gets punished holding that angle.
Saw plenty of thrifties on the other side of things here, but maybe EDG's time to shine. And Camo, he's got that get out of jail free card. Will opt to use it, but at this point you've already lost 2 of your players. Thorns lay it down in through lane. Paddy was going to be slowing down a potential approach. EDG did set their sights over towards it, but calling for a pause.
Yeah, and think about this from Nobody's perspective. On a prior eco round, he realized Nobody was fighting B. There was no resistance there. This time, though, Paditek is pushed up to pillar.
This is so brave.
He could get run down.
Yeah, he absolutely could. He's just spotted players. Yeah, this is problem. Territory, dimensional drift. Yeah, that's the danger, man. Knife out. You've been playing Europe, you've been cracking it, and Kang showing a bit of promise on it. We could take that timing. The rip into the ult without Camo. He's hoping to do a bit more damage. Kang though, he is the danger in this one. 3 already in it. Make it 4. It's a cherry on top. Clash after clash and engagements here. I mean, Nats has just hopped his way back up onto the Ang.
That is a great shot as well. 1 bullet, Headhunter takes out Kang. Surely EDG are not going to lose an anti-eco.
Surely no back-to-back thrifties.
And Nats, he's picked up the op, which means now he can hold this angle over towards B. That allows Paditek to rotate over towards mid. Team Liquid can go either stack A or go for some kind of info re-exploration throughout mid.
Makes a lot of sense. They are giving up a lot of mid control though. But Team Liquid obviously still on the weaker buy, so they're not going to be worried too much about that. Just hoping that Nats can get a bit of info. Nats is hearing, I think, a bit of Util being used out towards lane, so he's set his sights over towards that angle, and there's that level of awareness. You can see Team Liquid holding possible little nooks and crannies. Hornet flying forwards. This is going in multiple different directions, trying to pull rotations and players away, but there's still one to be angering. This is it in through the back of the side. Kiko, Sheriff, rattling off the shots. Can't quite get that one done. Still with the steel guard, and maybe there's a little bit more, but gonna have to opt into the secondaries now. And EDG on equal footing with these Liquid players. Sidestep in, happy feet, Paddy Tech, short work.
The post plant here, though, should be really good from EDG, especially with this kill from Simon.
No one's watching, the mid looks.
That's cleaned up. Salvo's available. Armageddon as well, if things do get truly ridiculous.
Alvarez for the first tap.
But I think that's the win con here for Team Liquid, is get the ult out. Make nobody scared.
The tap, gotta believe that they could be off of this one. Still with the Armageddon committed. That's Simon gone. He's dusted. Out towards the back here. Rifle's gonna be picked up, the time ticking away here. And with the damage done, listen, precision, not necessary.
The guns? The
liberties afforded to you when you're playing onto the Yoru, but that drone... Wait a second.
Surely.
No way.
Surely.
No way. No clearance at all, and he's got the hell out of there!
That's rough. I mean, that is just a straight-up error from nobody. That's one of the main angles that you need to be checking. I don't know how he doesn't think about that. And this looks like Chishu's going to go walkabouts. Master v Apprentice.
Uh-oh. We'll see who ends up on top. Oh, yep.
He took the teleport.
He did.
Perfect timing.
Back. Meanwhile, into the smoke, that's Paddy. Watchful eye onto it. Contact plays called out. Wall baited out. Spike retrieved, but a lot more to do from this point if you are Smoggy, and Chichu's on the opposite side of the map.
I mean, this round has gone disastrously for EDG.
Yeah.
From beginning to end. A small error. And it only takes a small error, but you have to be looking for the Yoru and the Chamber all the time. I mean, one of the biggest strengths of this composition on defense is that the Yoru and Chamber can be playing on such weird angles because they have that ability to get out.
I'll say, I mean, it's good presence of mind, I think, from Liquid as well. Camo in that spot. Left. I'm not sure who was helping him out onto the site, but not breaking the drone there.
Yeah.
To not give away his position. Smoggy, you going to make a go at this one with 20 seconds left? I don't think so. Chichu's on the opposite side of the continent, so unlikely.
And to shoot nobody a little bit of bail as well.
10 seconds
What he
left.
was doing with the drone was hard clearing Pillar. And Pillar's a pretty common position for the Chamber to be playing, because you've got the range with your teleport to be able to get out to Jenny.
And they're going straight up the gut. Okay, EDG making it awkward for Team Liquid.
Kamek gets pushed out, but Kangkang needs an escape lever and has to go so far away from the rest of the team. This is going to end in an A split, and Nat still has A main control.
Kiko about to be tested. He's got to try and push back this assault that's about to be occurring here. Nats with that A main control. Again, he could be a playmaker. He could be the man of the match, but okay.
He shot the clone.
He did indeed, and Kangkang obliged in return. You're still alive and kicking out towards the back here. The Salvos might just push him out of position. No, not quite. They're not going to clear him. He can just spam himself through the wall. There's 40 seconds left roughly into the round. Camo lets it loose with a dimensional drift, and the crosshair placement. It's impeccable. It's perfect. And from Team Liquid across the board, more than ready for it. Not going to be making the same mistakes. Nats exploring out towards mid.
And one big tool that EDG have to work with is this dimensional drift. Kangkang will be able to run some kind of big, fast exec, or by the look of it, possibly even a fake.
I mean, the spike's nowhere near, so...
And he's got the teleport gate crash over in spawn, so this, I think, is a B fake into A.
Okay.
It's just... No, it's a...
They're going to go back into B?
Yeah, they're going back into B here, aren't they?
Paddy, though, has been proactive with this flash onto the back wall. It looks like he might want to go for it. Double flash play with a dart on top of it. Triggers onto the first one. Paddy doesn't have it, it's on cooldown for now, but there's going to be that dimensional drift, and here it is. Kangkang spotting out these players, multitudes at that. Let's it rip. He's let loose now into the back of the hall, so he's carved out a bit of a path for his team to play in here. Simon with that plant, nothing to push that one back either, so Team Liquid going into the retake here, but already going players down. It's topsy-turvy for Liquid. What was looking like potentially a good setup, but they're just losing fights outright.
Chichu was set up on that B-Link lurk. Team Liquid gonna commit to this? They would lose the operator.
So, not with the operator in hand. You need a kill.
It looks like they're going forwards, though.
I think this is trolling ever so slightly. Kamek, though, might be making me eat my words. I'm all here for it. Give us a game. Making a go. Still off to the side. Kamek still doing damage as well, but time is ticking. And this is where the problems arise. Backing himself away. Smoggy's on for an ace. And Nats does not want to give it to him.
No, there's no world in which Smoggy gets his ace here. Nats is backpedaling as fast as his little legs will take him. And a reaction in mid.
Butched up, just onto the box, and unexpected is the angle. So Kang just wades right into it.
That you actually do need to respect that. When you see teams that are pretty good at Pearl, they'll be walking in there with a prowler. They won't just be face checking that angle. I think that's a bit of an error from Kang, especially playing against a comp that has two people that are playing on unorthodox spots. It's going to be much harder for EDG to pull off this A split now.
EDG managed to walk their way up through most of the way, so they've got a lot of util saved, ready for the rainy day, which might be around about now. Okay, Salvo's in through the back, doesn't clear most of it. It was a shot rattled off from the op, so might put the fear of God in them.
One thing that EDG did a lot in China with their previous composition is this kind of pathing where they go down Art and then through mid back into B-Link. And it can be really difficult to defend against. It's an uncommon pathing from the attack side, but this time, Team Liquid had nobody there. It's not like you could catch Nats or Kamek holding over.
I'm a bit confused at EDG's game plan as well, though.
They were just looking for a pick for the last 30 seconds. They haven't found one. They've got to end in an A split or save. Those are the only options available to them, and I assume they're going to give it a go. They have the money.
20 seconds to clear out these players towards the backside of pit, though. They're going to be problems. Smoggy with a plan, anything to push it back. It's a Hunter's Fury, but guess what? He's committing it. Smoggy, hey up. Narrowly avoiding it. One burst connects, but not the second or the third, so he's still alive here to play a bit forwards, but the positioning is expected. Predictable. Kiko happy to capitalize, and he takes it one step forwards. Camo off onto the flank, dodging, juking. Chichu can't see a bloody thing. Blind as anything, yet still wins that fight out. Dominates the angle. It's important to control A main, and Simon with the slam bloody dunk. EDG stepping up to the challenge, up through mid here. Close quarters action. Nazi was cutting it up close. Still down and out, and these players are just flooding into mid. Anything to stem the bleeding.
Nazi. What a shot. A 2v4 in one direction, maybe a 2v5 possible. And it would be a big blunder from EDG to allow this round to slip.
Can't split up too much, though. They've left Chichu essentially alone. He's on an island up through mid. He's going to be trying to get information himself, but Kiko also is not holding anything back, of course. He wants to get a gun for himself, and he will. Recycling in process.
This should speed things up for EDG. They know that somebody's heavy on the flank. They've still got a 4v2 post plan. It really looks impossible here, especially with the way that EDG were shooting at the start of this round.
Look, want to go for it. Okay, Simon, watchful eye, off onto the flank. That's good crosshair placement. Predicts exactly where Paddy's going to be walking straight back into him. Kiko just being stalled out, swamped with util. It's only missing the kitchen sink, and it's going to be that triple face towards the end. So our Team Liquid don't even realize how lucky they potentially were. And going walking and exploring out towards the lane. It's Chichu ripping Kamek's head off.
This is going to be so tough for Liquid, even with the ults that they have online here. Cosmic Divide is obviously great for going for a retake, but Paddy's so far away. Might even get caught in mid by Simon on the lurk. I don't know why Simon's been hard lurking with Nightfall.
Angle, Salvo as well. Comes about here, players almost lining up for it, but EDG going for that clean sweep, or attempting for it. Paddy still alive off to the side, and he has that steel guard. It's the final round, you might as well expend it, and he's getting the move on at that. Lets it loose. Unleashed now, and takes the fight before they can even get ready for the setup. It's a 2v1.
Does he think about Chishu being behind?
I mean, this is just so damn unlikely. Pull just for that first tap. Paddy's got so many obstacles to navigate, and of course he doesn't expect it.
They didn't clear nobody in B-Link, but Nats has found this walk up over towards B.
So damn deep here.
There is a vice wall, of course, so he can't full commit to it, but he knows where Chishu is now. And that is...
Yeah. Chichu giving the plot away here, and it's just a call for the 3-2-1 swing out from the players to the wall triggered. That's an attempt of a timing by Kiko. He's going to make a go of it. Still, he's trapped tight to the corner once more, and EDG barely removing this guy, but still finding the value, and as the wall fades away, Nats ensures that nobody's going to be fading to black. Kang barely there. Flash Backs himself out.
They have to go back and get the spike at
They
this
do.
point still.
It's miles away.
And look at where Patty is. I mean, Patty and Nats could not be more disconnected from each other. And Kang looking great here on this pistol round.
It's a lovely one.
Determined to have EDG run away with a 2-0 to start at Bangkok. They have read that Nats is rotating, and I don't think it's a bad read. Because otherwise he abandoned Paddy Tech, and that is what happened, but they had to go and get the spike. EDG are not reading into the fact that Team Liquid just left the spike in the shops.
It does leave Nats an open plant, an open site here. EDG look to play this one together. Simon has Haunt as well, so it's good util to clear out potential corners, and as long as you play together with that discipline and trade each other out, in theory, should go well, but you are up against Nats himself, and this guy, he's a menace.
It looks like it's planted for back halls. When do they decide to use the Haunt?
Beautiful, but timinged. Simon sticking, diffuse, potential half, and it's not quite planted for him, so the stick all the way through into the end, and it's Simon who... Smoggy walking around, okay. One player dealt with, removed from the side. Chichu can't be asleep at the wheel into that spot. He's got the supplementary util at least to try and help him out. The Salvos, so there's no pushback, but there's a pull into their face and they're all blind as anything. Spamming away, vulnerable dump. Can the judge even save you here? It's Nats. Making a good go.
Full armor Ghost.
Brother, they're losing the plot. Don't bring out the goo. This, I mean, dude, come on. First match.
It does kind of feel like Team Liquid are losing it here.
Yeah. Please do not bring out the Elmers. Camo, kills to be found. Oh my! Simon, can you save the day? Put up a bit of a stand against this one. Cuts it up close. My God, this smoke was just blooming.
The hero rifle's actually, it's doing it. The fact that Camo saved on the previous round now gives him the bulldog that might win them round 15.
One enemy
Soon, apparently, still Chichu.
Spike down.
Cuts it up to the side there, and Kiku. Not just taking a few bullets stray. Camo moving a potential position to play in. Rejoining and regrouping with the rest of his team. EDG have got that pack mentality now, looking to clear the way out through mid. Nobody's alone, essentially, taking this fight. I mean, they all are, man.
This is the spike just dropped in the middle of mid.
Doing?
Team Liquid have got a decent read on the fact that B is being played for retake. They should have that info. They've seen it on the pistol. They've seen it kind of by dying at double doors and dying in art, and yet not really respecting EDG's ability to fight in mid.
No.
The Liquid players have talked before about having a feel for the game. And when they feel like they've got the rhythm of what's going on, they get the timings, they feel good, they feel confident, they're playing together. Here, this round was an example of the exact opposite.
Yeah, they're not quite hearing the drums, are they?
Nats is going to give it a go, but there's 15 seconds. It's not even possible to get the spike out.
Exactly.
But, I mean, Nats has got a free gun, so you might as well.
Look a bit flashy into the tail end of the round.
His own slow betraying him there, though, from the Tour de Force, and it's looking like a bit of a limp end to this.
Nobody?
Oh, basically, and trying to get a pick.
Going for it. Instead, he's going to be sent straight to the dirt.
Right, that's a nice coordinated play from EDG, though, realizing that this pressure's been coming through B. They clear it out. Defense reclear is good for both teams in that area of the map. Team Liquid, though, not in position to react.
Yeah. Simon. Sliders of Jiggle gets the confirmation with that info. Thorns popped off at a moment's notice there. EDG were very much ready for this one now. Turning into the A split with a Cosmic Divide. Splits the way, gives a bit of safety in terms of the plant.
Planted. Taking that back.
And a plant that can't be spammed as well. Very open. Kang looking for information.
Yeah, Cosmic Divide of his own. So sets them up now for the retake. He's trying to spot a few of these players. Hold on, seen one. Not much more past it. Oh my God, what an overextension! And Kamek returns with the fire. There's that trade. Earns a rifle as well, just for his troubles. But the dart dealt with. Chichu. Watchful eye onto a multitude of these players, and he's cleaned up almost single-handedly. This guy running rampant now, and EDG, the safety in numbers. Simon with the defuse, fully sticking this away. The weaponry just not even there for Padatek. To be safe here, spotting out two of the players, including the operator. Kang's backing out. Chichu, he was dropped, so that means their setup on B does go down. Team Liquid have cracked this one open. Camera to hold on to the space towards back halls.
Cutting through.
Can't give up too many easy kills. Kang with the operator. going to be difficulty in that. Hunter's Fury, Simon just predicts incorrectly, sidesteps into the wrong direction. Smoggy it's going to be fading away here. It's a stun with good connection at that. It's going to be onto the second player, but pulls it back in a round. It's going to be the TP to evacuate. Salvo's in through, into backhauls. No one able to capitalize just from the player's position, so Team Liquid get the round win and still are alive in this series.
Yoruel ended up being super important there for them to crack into this in the first place. Haritek is running all the way around the world right now to try to get rid of this op. And look at him sprinting around, hoping to find Kankang, saving that weapon.
Back to the flash on top of it, so no acknowledgement. Oh, it's a blind spot. It's a blind spot, yet still an adjustment. Reactions off the charts from Kankang.
Oh, that's gross. And they've triple pushed out main as well. So Kiko is alone in mid. Does he get cleared? Does he get pinched?
Here comes the slow squeeze, and he's not aware of that. Snaps to the back of the head. That's execution star from nobody.
And this looks like a sad end for Liquid.
Steel Garden for Steel Garden. See the shorties in play. Armageddon at least, trying to buy some space. Oh my God, Paddy, what the hell are you playing at? Pushing right into the fray, right into the enemy's face. There's two left to stand here. Kamek try and carve out some space alongside Camo, and they've done just that with a couple of kills of their own, but it's just one left to stand. 1v2, Nightfall, no more sound cues, pure reactions. Just the aim in your eyes that you can lean on and try and rely on. Earns himself the 1 to the 1v1, but Swoggy saves the day, and EDG shut it down before it just gets